Cause you affect me, fascinate me. I thank heaven for the things that taste of candy. So sweet, sweet, sweet. You're taking my appetite, but it's alright. Oh, look real nice. Wrapped up right. Giving me a hard time. It's the kind I like. Hey. Hello. Uh-oh. Can you hear me? Hold on now. Hold on. I cannot hear you. Let me try something. How about now? Can you guys hear me? No. I can't, but let me see. Hold on. Hello. Hello? Anybody? Alrighty, listen. I don't know if you can hear me, but I'm going to try to call in now. Sorry about that.
Mhm. Hello. 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 Hello, hello, hello. Hello? Hello? Test, test, test. I'm unmuted. Oh, you can hear me. Okay, so people can hear me. Hi, everyone. I can't hear anything else, but I can't hear you guys, but you can hear me. So hi. Thank you guys for hanging in there with us. Perfect. Thank you. So let's see. I'm waiting for my marching orders here. All right. So you guys can hear me. I can't really hear them just yet, but I'm the vegan chef, and I'm so excited to be on the show today with Chef Jay and Chef Kitura. It's been a little bit of a wait, but I appreciate everyone who is still on, and I'm really excited to be on the show today, especially since I heard I'm the first vegan chef to be on the show, so I'm really super honored for that. But I'm just gonna hang in here and chat. If you can hear me and I have you on Instagram, let me know that you can still hear me here. But I'm just waiting for the hosts to hop on. But yeah, let me know if you guys can hear me out there. Okay, so I believe I'm unmuted. I don't know what else to do. Let me see. How about now? Okay, you guys can hear me. Okay. Chef Jay, you can hear me. Let's see. Okay, so listen, you guys are all right. We're gonna make this work. So how I got started as a vegan chef, basically I go by the vegan chef. I'm based out of Massachusetts, but I do a lot of events throughout the Northeast and hopefully all of the East and West Coast and everything in between. The vegan chef is really just all about, it's my chefing personality, and I use it as a way to make vegan food fun and approachable, and to really bring enjoyment back into food. I mean, vegan food is really about reimagining dishes and traditional dishes that we grew up with, and making them holistic, making them out of items or things we wouldn't normally necessarily make them out of. So that is essentially what I do. I also produce a number of events, and I really like to bring a lot of local chefs and vegan chefs together to really create spaces where people can, again, be introduced to food that they normally would never have tried. So I really love doing that. I'm really big on community and sharing my message of love and another way of eating. I don't necessarily always feel comfortable saying that it's a healthy way of eating, because any vegan would tell you that not everything out there is quote unquote healthy, but it always tastes good. Normally, usually it does. So it's really just about balance and having options, right? So that's really I'm getting some questions here. So that's really what I try to do, what I try to bring to the table. So the next question is, tell us why you became a vegan chef. So I'm not classically trained, but I grew up in a home where my dad did a lot of the cooking. He's from down south, and I learned a lot of the recipes. He taught me early how to put my how can I say, feet in the food, my soul in the food. So I really reach back a lot of his recipes and I use a lot of his techniques in the food that I create. But I started to, really look at becoming vegetarian in my teenage years, and that kind of stuck. And eventually I ended up in the food and beverage industry. So I got to work around a lot of chefs, a lot of amazing food, and so many of them that really helped me along the way. And I've just always been super, super interested. So I started taking it seriously in 2012 and started catering. It wasn't vegan at the time, but just my job was kind of crazy. And I noticed that I was experiencing health issues that, for a young person, you definitely should not experience. So I started experimenting and really looking back to my vegetarianism and coming up with vegan dishes. And that's really how it started. It really started that way. And I wanted to pursue it full time. So I took the big leap from my career in event operations and decided that instead of like dibbling dabbling and doing pop-ups here and there, that I would really go forward with it and really make the life change. It came to a point where I was really looking for that healthy balance in my life, and veganism is definitely one of the things that helped me a lot to accomplish that. And anyone who is vegan or has been or vegetarian, the options have not always been great. Oh, it looks like hello. I can hear. So the options have not always been great. So I'm going to try to get you guys plugged in. So I really sought out to make things that tasted really good. And that's been my passion. To innovate vegan food that you wouldn't necessarily think to try, especially jackfruit. Jackfruit is like one of my main go-tos, and I guess you could say I'm pretty well trained in jackfruit at this point. But it's definitely one of those menu items where people don't gravitate to it. But I'm telling you, once you try it, especially the way I prepare it, most people do fall in love with it.
Broadcasting live from Atlanta, their globe. It's the fastest growing radio on the web. It's 106liveradio.com.
I will for sure.
To some, a baby's babbling doesn't mean much, but it does. Especially if there's no babbling at all. Little to no babbling by 12 months or later is just one of the possible signs of autism in children. Learn more at autismspeaks.org. Brought to you by Autism Speaks and the Ad Council.
106 Live Radio wants to inform you, as vaccines are beginning to roll out in the United States to combat COVID-19, remember, doses are limited and given out in qualifying groups. So make sure to check cdc.org or your local health facility to see if you are in a qualifying group and to receive your no-cost vaccination today.
When it comes to a stroke, every second counts. Nearly 2 million brain cells die each minute a stroke remains untreated. Rapid access to medical treatment oftentimes makes the difference between full recovery and permanent disability. Know the signs of a stroke and act fast. Face drooping, arm weakness, speech difficulty. Time to call 911 if someone is having a stroke. For more information, visit www.stroke.org.
Everybody has a stomach ache from time to time, but when you regularly experience abdominal pain, bloating, constipation, and/or diarrhea, you might have IBS. Go to badgut.org and take the 30-second IBS test to find out. Got a bad gut? Go to badgut.org for good advice.
In a world where cancer is almost a daily part of the news, one cancer isn't heard about enough. Oral cancers are increasing in the U.S., and as in my own case, most people know little about them. Like many, I thought that this was a cancer that impacted much older people who had used tobacco most of their lives. While that's still a problem, the fastest growing segment of the people developing oral cancers are young non-smokers. A very common virus, one responsible for the vast majority of cervical cancers, is now identified as a cause of this rapid rise in oral cancers. Thankfully, in a fast, inexpensive, and painless visual and tactile screening, a medical or dental professional can often identify early-stage disease. So please, the next time you visit your dentist or your medical doctor, ask for this simple screening. Finding oral cancer in its earliest stages may save your life.
Asian Americans are facing
crimes against Asian Americans spiking since the pandemic began.
A rise in Asian American hate crimes in this country, and police are investigating another.
Troubling attacks continue everywhere. This gutsy 75-year-old.
And work together.
For a limited time, we are offering special advertising rates on our fast-growing radio network. We can also help you create an audio commercial or a website banner that fits your business needs. It is just that simple. Visit our website at 106liveradio.com for details.
Bringing you the best shows and music 24/7 on your favorite radio. It's 106 Live Radio.
Broadcasting live from Atlanta while serving the entire globe. It's the fastest growing radio on the web. It's 106liveradio.com.
To some, a baby's babbling doesn't mean much, but it does. Especially if there's no babbling at all. Little to no babbling by 12 months or later.
Bring them out, bring them out, bring them out.
Hey there. Have you been chefing for a cause? What is your cause? What is your why? Here, we're providing a platform to showcase chefs across the world. Our desire is to expose your culinary skills and talents to others. The stage is set on 106 Live Radio. Welcome to the Chef Zone with Chef Jay and Chef Kitura. Let's talk.
And we are back. We're back in the Chef Zone.
Hi.
Jay and Chef Kitura, right here live on the Chef Zone on 106liveradio.com. We're still in the building with Chef Lumpkins, who is our vegan chef. Chef, you there?
I'm here. Can you hear
Hey,
me?
yes, I can hear you, and you can hear me in
Hey.
real time. What's going on?
Yes, what's going on?
Hey, I appreciate your tenacity and your patience and your passion and your purpose and your perseverance and your I got a lot of P words. But I appreciate all of that because what you're experiencing live right now is what happens to us in the kitchen as chefs. When things don't necessarily go right, you run into problems and you got to be able to pivot. And that's the word that we would use on Friday, pivot. You have to be able to pivot. And we've been at this for a minute, but I appreciate your ability to just kind of pivot with us and stick and stay. And you jumped on and jumped right in as a good chef does, and just kind of start giving the people a little bit about yourself and let them know what's going on. But I am here with you. I am so elated to have you on. My co-host Chef Kitura is right there, and we're excited to get this thing going. So you talked a little bit about the Le Vegan Chef and everything that's happening. So tell us what's going on out there in Massachusetts and all of the good stuff that you got going on that the people can get involved with.
Hey, yes, thank you guys so much for having me. Absolutely, like, chefs, we're pretty hyper focused. So, once we get a task in our sites, we got to see it through. So I'm more than happy to be here, and thank you so much for having me. Wow. So here in Massachusetts, a lot of amazing things going on here. I have an event coming up on Sunday, actually. I curate events and vegan events and pop-ups, and I like to, as I mentioned, bring on or showcase other vegan chefs and really create a space and community where people can share what they're also making and innovating, because there's so many things going on, and sometimes there's just not enough platforms for us to share it. So that's this Sunday, the 27th, 2:30 to 6:30. And it's just called Vegan Pop Up and Chill, because that's literally my vibe. I really try to make things approachable. It's not just for vegans. It's for anyone that's interested, and anyone who just loves food. So that's going on this weekend. Lots of other things. I'm launching my first product on my under my Le Vegan Chef brand, which is called Sassy Jack Chicken, and it's a jackfruit drumstick. And it's pretty amazing.
Yeah, it looks amazing.
Yeah. So I'm really excited about that. It's I like to call it my hero dish because I rolled it out a couple of years ago, and it's just always been a crowd pleaser, and literally came out of me just wanting to create something that tasted good, that was like chicken, but was soy-free and gluten-free. Okay. So I have so many people in my life that are gluten-free. So it's such a combination of just about everything I've experienced. So simple, humble ingredients, but it really makes something that leaves a wow impression. So I'm excited about that. That launches is this summer.
Okay. Now, you are our first vegan chef, and veganism is been around for quite some time, but it's kind of been a new craze, if you will, especially with the African American community as of late. It's just kind of it was one of those things that it's always been there. It's been a constant situation, but it just kind of took the world by storm here in the last couple of years, where you've had a lot of prominent athletes and a lot of prominent actors and actresses that are really, really pushing the vegan lifestyle. But as a chef, what are some of the things that people seem to misunderstand about being a vegan? What are some of the things that they just don't get?
Yeah.
Veganism.
Yeah. So let me tell you, when I started this journey 3 years ago, I couldn't get anyone to try jackfruit, let alone come seeking it. So it's so great that people are interested in it. And as far as the Black community, there's always been certainly a tradition of of making sides that are smacking, and when I say sides, I mean like veggies and vegetables and starches, and that's really like where I build my platform on. And I think that's the biggest misconception, that when people think about vegan or trying it, one, that it's too hard. And I think the second is that, like, what will I be eating? If I'm not eating meat, what will I be eating? And the great thing is there's so many solutions now. There's so many great products that are out there, where people can really have a diet that's so similar to what you have now, just by literally replacing and moving some things around. But I think that's the biggest misconception, is that it's hard and that it's expensive. I get that a lot, and I tell people I'm whole vegan, and that's really kind of what I push. And basically, that means I focus a lot on vegetables and fruit, and making things with some of the starchier vegetables, like potatoes and things like that, which really do make you full longer, and they're not expensive. So that's what I really try to show people, is that you can do it. It won't break your wallet. But if anything else, just start small, switch something out here or there. But I love to see, I noticed for myself in the last year, especially, that there's been a huge influx of a lot more women of color and men of color who are really interested in learning about this diet, and interested in learning that we do actually have a very long history just within our community of veganism, but not calling it that, so to speak. So I like to encourage people to just try to, switch things out and see what they can come up with.
Chef Lumpkins.
Yes.
First, here again, I'm so excited to have you on the show. Your Sassy Jack chicken.
Yes.
If you had like 3 wishes for this product line, tell us what those would be.
Oh my goodness. So my first wish would be that it would, obviously I want everyone to try it. I say this on my feed all the time. I'm trying to feed people. So my first wish would be that it would hit the major markets, to get into the grocery stores, that it would be accessible. My second wish would be that, because it's a sustainable product, that it would be something that would not just stay here in the States, but that could be something that could serve communities around the world, because it's not only a vegan chicken or a meat alternative, but it's a sustainable ingredient, and it's also soy and gluten free. So I wanted to get to as many people as possible. And let's see, 3. Chef Jay mentioned there's all these celebrities out here that are jumping on the bandwagon. So I'd love to see, Beyonce. Just how awesome would that be in one of her Ivy Park commercials there. But so I want to get into as many hands as possible, for sure.
Yeah. Hey, we all know all it takes is that one person, right, to say,
right.
Oh wow, I love that, I'm interested in it, and before you know it, you've got that particular person that has catapulted you like beyond your wildest dreams, right? So
exactly.
Oh, stop it. So my jump shop,
I saw that.
So during your, if you had share one of the like most exciting moments or something that you would like to share about your entrepreneurial journey. Share what that's been like.
Yeah. So, wow. The career that I left was very high impact, working in event operations in Boston, actually, for the Tea Garden for many years. It was a hard transition to make. And the biggest thing that I learned is really just getting over the fear of doing it on my own, of trusting in those skills that I had built over that time. And it's been exciting because I think all chefs a little bit, we like being sort of pushed to really see what we can create and what we can do. So for me, learning to get over that fear and really harnessing it in a way that can propel me forward has been really something that I learned. And now, even just being with you guys, I'm so blessed and honored to be in spaces that I didn't even imagine a year or 2 years ago. And it's really just from understanding what I was afraid of and getting over those fears and realizing that it's just a matter of doing it and going out there and doing it and putting yourself out there. And I tell any entrepreneur, just do it. Just
right.
Push up against that thing that is scaring you, and you'll see something pretty amazing on the other side.
Yeah.
That's wonderful. Real quick, I just wanted to jump in and ask one question. Just one question.
No?
Yeah, one question.
Yeah.
I'm looking this thing over and I'm listening to what you're saying, and I see a black face, and I just want to know, do you think, and you speak about this thing so highly, you talk about this vegan lifestyle so highly, and you're passionate, and you are all the way live as it comes to your vegan walk, your feeling about it, you're all in. Do you think that the black community is ready to embrace more of a holistic way of eating as a community? Do you think we're ready to put down the fried chicken and pick up the fried jackfruit? Not fried jackfruit.
Okay.
Do you think we're ready to put down the pork chops and pick up something different? Do you think we're ready to take away the collard greens with the ham hocks in it? all of the good
Come
stuff.
on now.
Are we ready to get rid of those things and add this more holistic style of eating, this more holistic way of eating, and the way of treating our bodies? You think we're ready for that?
Oh my gosh. So, yes, I do. Now, listen, like I said, my dad was from down south. I grew up eating a lot of those dishes, and I'm not one of those vegan chefs who are going to tell you it doesn't taste good. So, but that's where I come in, and that's where chefs like myself come in. But I do believe that the Black community is definitely ready. And again, I think it just goes, in my personal experience, it's been just about showing them that this is an option. It's a lifestyle in the sense that it's not a diet. It's not like, oh, I got to stop doing this for now. And now, especially with plant-based, you can do 80-20% where, you just try not to have as much meat, because really it's just about balancing out your body. But I do believe that the Black community is ready. I see it, one, for all the co-signing within our athletes and the people that we look up to, who are seeing that there's a lot of valid benefits from eating a more plant-based vegan diet. It's more becoming part of our everyday culture of seeing more people saying, I'm taking my CMOS and I'm eating my my meat alternatives, and I've cut out dairy, and I think it's really like, for me, just showing that example. I notice in our community, it's like, okay, well, I want to see, let me see what is this benefit. And I think that there's been a lot of evidence now of that benefit. And especially for us, because a lot of our, what ails us sometimes as a community is, when it comes to high blood pressure and cholesterol, those things can be really affected by trying to balance out your diet and taking or changing your lifestyle a little bit. I try not to use the word diet, but changing your lifestyle and just looking at it as a whole and saying, okay, let me switch this or switch that. Those little things really add up. So I definitely think that we are. Now, I know I'm never going to win the argument, especially when it comes to pork chops and bacon. Like, let me tell you, I have been at fairs where we've had to take timeouts. Okay. So I don't go around trying to snatch anybody's food out of their hand or anything like that. But, I would say, go ahead and eat your pork chop, but have you tried some almond milk? It's balance. It's all about balance.
It's awesome. So, Chef Lumpkins, you have given a plethora, that's another P word there, right?
Yes.
You have given a plethora of information and content, and actually very informative information about veganism. So I know, like we've all have mentioned, there are so many vegans out here. So for those people and those who just may want to step outside that small box and be open-minded about being introduced to this, how can they get a hold of you? Can you share your website, your social media handles?
Yes, definitely. So you can find me on Instagram at #LaFeganChef. Is probably the easiest way to do it. Otherwise, Le Vegan Chef, just as it shows on your screen, LA_Vegan_chef. You can find me there. Also by the hashtag, it's a heart thing, because it really is. So you can look me up that way as well. And I'm on Facebook as Le Vegan Chef. And, you can find me there as well. So
awesome.
I hope to see you all.
Awesome.
That's what's up. So, hey, Chef, it was a pleasure to have you out with us. We're going to have you back definitely to be able to come back and do this again. Hopefully, one day you can come and join us live in studio. That way you can also bring some of those good vegan treats so that we can try them. And also, you still owe us a recipe in real time, and we will get back to that. The next time we meet. So go ahead and put one in your head. So when we call you back, you'll be ready to go ahead and get that going. So it's been an absolute pleasure. Again, we really, really appreciate you. We love the work that you're doing. We greatly appreciate your efforts right here on the Chef Zone with Chef Jay and Chef Kitura on 106liveradio.com for hanging out, sticking and staying. So from us to you, it's been a great pleasure. And
we appreciate you so very much.
Chef. Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you too. Thank you guys so much.
All right. We'll be talking to you.
Absolutely. Bye now.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Hey, you heard it first on the Chef Zone with Chef Jay and Chef Kitura. That is Chef Lumpkins, the Le Vegan Chef, the one and only vegan chef out of Boston, Massachusetts. And we'll be right back on the Chef Zone.
Bring them out, bring them out, bring them out, bring them out. It's hard to yell when the barrel's in your mouth. Woo! Bring them out, bring them out. Bring them out, bring them out. Bring them out, bring them out. Bring them out, bring them out.
What's going on, world? This is Chef Rob coming to you from my friends Chef Jay and Chef Kitura. Catch them on 106liveradio.com on the Chef Zone, 2 to 4 p.m. Wednesday and Friday. Also, look for us soon to be in Atlanta at Chefing for a Cause. It's going to be a wonderful event where me, Chef Kitura, Chef Jay, and a couple other chefs will be making fabulous food for you for a vast majority of causes such as breast cancer, sickle cell anemia, gay and lesbian children's rights, and a few other issues. A portion of the proceeds will be going to each individual charity that we will be sponsoring. My personal cause will be the Atlanta chapter of the Susan G. Komen Breast Cancer Fund. Don't forget to join us at Chefing for a Cause and stay tuned for more information on this event.
The Chef's Zone, culinary professionals. Every Wednesday and Friday from 2 to 4 p.m., executive producer Anthony Denard presents The Chef's Zone, showcasing chefs, not just here in Atlanta, but globally to expose their culinary skills to others around the world. The Chef's Zone broadcasting live Wednesday and Friday from 2 to 4 p.m., hosted by Chef Jay and Chef Kitura on 106liveradio.com. Don't forget to join us in the zone.
And we are back in the Chef Zone. Chef Jay and Chef Kitura. We are the Chef Zone. Hey, today was a crazy Wednesday. What you say?
Hey, that whole wild, wacky Wednesday. Boy, when we show up, we show out, don't we?
That's what we do. But you know what? It's all about their perseverance, and I think we embodied that today. We definitely showed that what it takes to persevere. As a chef, you got to be able to pivot, persevere, have patience. You got to be able to play this thing all the way out to the end. And, you know, it be that way sometimes because I can't control the ride. You know what I mean?
Right.
That type of thing. So it is what it is. And we're going to be right back here on Friday, and we're going to do it all over again.
Yes, we will be.
So before we get ready to get up out of here, as always, Chef K, how can the people get in touch with you should they want to find out more about All About the Minis?
All About the Minis. You can find me, Chef Kitura, allabouttheminis.com, www.allabouttheminis.com, or you can find me on Facebook at All About the Minis, and of course on IG, All About the Minis _. And you know, if you don't hear from anyone else today, know that we here, Chef Jay, Chef and myself, along with the other team here at 106 Live Radio, we appreciate you. We thank you. We love and thank you for your patience and being that loyal listener. As always, one love. Peace out.
That's it. And you can always find your boy here, Chef J _Chef J on Instagram. You can also hit me at www.daretodreaminc.org. That is www.daretodreaminc.org. Live hard, live right, eat big, and we'll see you next time right here on the Chef Zone on 106liveradio.com. Chef J and Chef Kitura, we out. You are listening to 106liveradio.com. This is Chef J. Coming up next will be C. Harper, where she's harping on purpose, and she's harping with a plan. 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. right here on 106liveradio.com. Don't go nowhere. You don't want to miss this one.
touch this. You can't touch this. You can't touch this. My music hits me so hard, makes me say, oh my Lord, thank you for blessing me. What a mind to rhyme and to hype me, it feels good when you know you're down. A super dope homeboy from the Oak Town, and I'm known as such, and this is a beat you can't touch. I told you, homeboy, you can't touch this. Yeah, that's how we living, and you know you can't touch this. Look in my eyes, man, you can't touch this. Yo, let me bust the funky lyrics. Fresh new kicks and bands, you got it like that. Now you know you wanna dance, so move out of your seat and get a fire girl and catch this beat while it's rolling. Hold on, pump a little bit and let them know what's going on like that. Like that. Hold on, bitches and fall on back. Let them know that you're too much. And this is a beat they can't touch. Yo, I told you, you can't touch this. Why you standing there, man? You can't touch this. Yo, sound the bell, school is in, sucker. You can't touch this. Give me a song, a rhythm, making them sweat. That's what I'm giving them now. They know, they talk about the hammer, they're talking about a show that's hot and tight. Singles are sweating so fast, them a white or tape. To learn what's it gonna take in the 90s to burn the charts. Legit, either work hard or you might as well quit. That's word, because you know you can't touch this. You can't touch this. Break it down. Stop. Hammer time. Go with the flow. It is said if you can't groove to this, then you probably are dead. So wave your hands in the air. Bust a few moves. Run your fingers through your hair. This is it. For a winner, dance to this, and you're gonna get there. Now move, slide your rump. Just for a minute, let's all do the bump. Yeah. You can't touch this. Look, man, you can't touch this. You better get hype, boy, because you know you can't touch this. Ring the bell, school's back in. Break it down. Stop. Hammer time. You can't touch this. You can't touch this. You can't touch this. Break it down. Stop. Hammer time. Every time you see me.
.106 R&B and throwbacks on 106 Live Radio. Atlanta's music leader.
Streaming live from Atlanta to a global audience on your favorite device. From Source of Wellness Media, we are 106inspiration.com.
Wake up, everybody!
Welcome to the C. Harper Show, where we are harping on purpose. Hosted by award-winning powerhouse speaker, life coach, and consultant, kissed by an angel dimple-faced Cynthia Harper herself. Just as it's quoted in her book, there is nothing new under the sun, though the way that you were called to do it just has not been done. We hope your will and purpose collides and springboards you into your destiny. It's time to harp on purpose here on 106 Live Radio.
World won't get no better. World won't get no better.
Y'all know that's my song. That's my theme song for this part of my show. The world won't get any better. Welcome to the C. Harper Show on 106liveradio.com, where excitement meets diversity 24/7. Y'all know this portion of the show, we talk about guests that are purposeful, people that have discovered that place of passion that burns and moves, that emotion that is so deep that they can't comprise themselves from not doing it. And I've got a guest for you today. Oh, I got to tell you about this guest today. See, he understands purpose. He's a legacy builder. He's a person that understands that he's got to be responsible for his own destiny, and so to speak. And he comes from a family of entrepreneurs, so he got this thing. But more than that, I want to encourage you. You know, today is absolutely beautiful outside. And it doesn't mean that things are perfect in our world because things are beautiful outside. But what it does mean is we've got an opportunity, you all, to do something different. We've got an opportunity to fulfill the purpose we were called for. I read something on one of my friends' Facebook page today, and it said something like, has the flame stopped burning? What's the little flicker that it takes to get you started? What are you waiting for? One thing I know for a fact is what you're waiting for is waiting for you. Who are you waiting? Don't be afraid. Look, I used to be afraid too. And I used to have that thought in my head that, oh, she's not good enough. They're not going to like her. But let me tell you something. That's far from reality. Far from reality. You're more than enough. You've got a purpose to fulfill. You've got some doors to open for somebody else. Because see, when you open doors for other people, for yourself, other people are allowed to come in if they're the right people. And what I like about this young man here is he knows he's got it going on. I love young entrepreneurs. I love people that understand their passion and their purpose. And I was teasing him out in the lobby. I said, well, how does a big old football player end up trying to be a chef? He said, wait a minute, I ain't trying to be a chef. I am a chef. I'm a food entertainment artist. I said, all right now, do your thing, little young man, do your thing. But he's brilliant and he understands that his destiny must be fulfilled. He must strike out and do what it needs to be done. And you know, in my book, there is my favorite piece and my signature piece is the piece about purpose. And there's a piece in there that says that there is nothing new under the sun, but the way you were called to do it just hadn't been done. That's what I want to remind somebody. See, this young man, he didn't have to worry about all the other competition that's out there. He created his own thing. He's doing his own thing. That's what it's about. Not competing and comparing, but completing your assignment. There's KFC. There's what? Chick-fil-A. There's, how many other chicken places do we have in this world? A ton of them. Whole lot of them. And all of them sell a bunch of chicken. Because we love chicken, don't we? So this young man has created, let me get this right now, y'all. The world famous apple cobbler pie. When we come back for a break, we're going to introduce Chef Esco. He is absolutely the co-founder of Esco Eats. And this young man brought me some samples. And you know what? I'm trying to get my bikini body together. He brought me some pie and he told me that it's addictive. I'm like, bruh, how you going to get me addicted with the sugar and I'm trying to cut it out? Now, you know, just because you cute and got braces and all that good old stuff and you can catch a football, don't mean you can mess up my swag. You hear me? I hear you. All right now. So when we come back to the C. Harper Show, actually, I'm very proud of this young man. I'm going to introduce you formally to him so you will see that he has taken his destiny in his own hand. Welcome to the C. Harper Show and happy Wednesday. Give us a call at 404-464-8785 so we can talk about the purpose that you were called to fulfill.
World won't get no better. World won't get no better. Dream the impossible dream. To fight the unbeatable foe, to bear with unbearable sorrow, to run where the brave dare not go.
I encourage you to dream the impossible dream. At the C. Harper Show, we consistently harp on purpose. Listen to me. Every matter has a purpose, and your purpose matters. Many ask, what is purpose? Purpose is the reason that God created you to do something. He created you to do something that exists only for you. Nothing is too great and nothing is too small. You see, it's the prescription that heals your ills. It's that thing which was created for your perfect will. It's palatable, planned, pragmatic, and precocious. Grab hold to it. Make it your focus. Sit back and relax as we inspire you each week with professionals who have discovered their God-given purpose. This is C. Harper, and I encourage you to reach for the stars.
To reach the unreachable star.
To reach for the stars. You know, all jokes aside, folks, you have but one life and one time to do it. And we're all appointed a time to die. And my question to you is, are you going to stir up the gift on the inside of you and reach for the skies? I don't care how big it is. There is nothing greater than what God has put inside of you. No one. I don't care who they know, how much money they might have. If you believe in what you believe in, let's begin to work on it. Let's begin to fulfill the purpose and dream outside of the box. I want to take this opportunity to introduce you to Chef Esco, and he's the co-founder of Esco Eats. Chef Esco is the co-founder of Esco Eats, a food and media company. A company mission is to bring happiness and joy through media and art. The vision is to be a recognized brand. And I believe with what he's doing, I believe he's headed just there. Chef Esco is the creator and originator of the world-famous apple cobbler pie, which is currently in 2 locations in the Atlanta area. Esco started Eco Marketing Agency and Eco Corp Tech while in college, which eventually led him to launch Esco Eats, during his senior year in college. These two failed businesses motivated him to inspire other young entrepreneurs to chase their dreams and not to be afraid to fail. Esco believes in controlling your own time and destiny. That's what I like, with the freedom of entrepreneurship. Esco shares his story as a way to encourage young people and to try something and learn from your mistakes. Y'all know we make mistakes, but we've got to learn from it. His first business, Echo Marketing Agency, taught him how to be a professional and the art of collaboration. If you can't collaborate, you cannot participate. You will not win. If you want to be on a team that's winning, get with folk that winning. Don't be trying to do all these things by yourself. And then his second business, EcoCorp Tech, taught him valuable lessons on the supply chain and the proof of concept. All these failures brought valuable knowledge on starting Eco Eats. Chef Eco is a Jackson State University graduate with a business marketing degree. He enjoys watching football, playing video games, and exercising. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the C. Harper Show. My friend, Chef Esco. How are you, young man? I am doing absolutely wonderful. So you have jumped into the arena with the pie folk. Yeah. You a bold young man to do such a thing.
Yeah, it's a bold step, but we got the world famous apple cobbler pie as your secret ingredients. You're good. So I feel
secret ingredients. What, Chef Kitura? What we want to do about these secret ingredients? Do you think we can taste this thing and figure it out? Ooh, we're gonna find that out in a little bit. So tell us. Yeah. Now you were playing football. And this about a year ago in school.
Yeah, about a year and a half ago at Jackson State, playing football. But it didn't go as planned though. So, I kind of jumped into an arena of food through a conversation I was having at college. I was sitting down with some friends, and the guy was like, what would be a cool job would be to be a food entertainer. And he was like, I was sitting there thinking, I'm like, that would be a really, really cool job. And so I got on this concept, and at that moment it hit me like a train, like this concept of food entertainment. And so I got on a flight a week later and went home and started recording at different restaurants. And probably about 4 weeks later, came up with the recipe for the world famous apple cobbler pie.
For the world, y'all hear? Listen, he's declared the world famous apple cobbler pie. Not just I got a good pie, but the world famous apple cobbler pie. I want you to remember those 5 words about this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So now when you were a child, did you cook?
Yeah, I did cook because I was an athlete growing up.
Okay.
So, I didn't have money to spend everywhere hiring these fancy chefs over here to cook for me. So I had to learn how to cook, the basics. Started off with like ravioli, I believe, in the beginning, like box ravioli. Then I eventually graduated from that and went to like chicken and eventually potatoes.
Fried chicken?
Baked chicken. I've been a real big baked chicken person. So
okay.
It's been my thing for a minute.
I admire you chefs actually because you get in the kitchen and you pinch off of this and you play with that and then you come up with something that you like, and that's what you've done with your recipe. And I'm glad our chef Kitura stayed in the house. She's all about the minis, and she loves to make. What do we call the name for minis? Bite-sized flavor on the go. Uh-oh. And so it's incredible to know that you all take with the initiative that you've been given the gift, and then you take it to the next level. Yeah. So she's taken bite-sized things and made them good.
Oh man!
But this ain't bite size right here.
No, that's
this a real piece. Oh boy, right here. This is
a good portion.
Oh, this is a nice little. And I see the sugar. It's melting, y'all. It's already melting down. And I'm a girl. I'm a Southern girl, so I'm addicted to sugar.
Oh yeah.
All right. That's bad. And you come in here with all that, with your little cute self, finna mess up me and Chef Kitura's bikini body for the summer.
Yeah, you're good. Bikini body's out the window now.
Oh, it's out the window. Because he told me in the lobby, y'all, that we were going to be addicted to this pie.
It's habit forming. So.
It's habit forming. But we're not going to hold out our taste buds. My chef, my engineer, and I want to thank your father for supporting you. I love it. Your mom and your dad support you. They're both entrepreneurs, and they understand the dream. They understand the responsibility of being responsible for your legacy. See, responsibility is to respond to the call, and that's what you've done. You answered the call, and that's what I want to encourage somebody who's about their business and who understands purpose. Respond to the call on your life. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. You might be the best house cleaner in the world. Just get to cleaning houses. People need good housekeepers. You know what I'm saying? Hello, I want one, and I want me a chef, and all these cooks around me. I know I'm gonna have me a chef. I'm not even worried. I'm not worried. So, with your permission, would you please give us permission to have some of your world famous apple cobbler pie? Come on over here, Chef Kitura. All right. That's right. We're gonna let Mr. Anthony taste some of this pie. How do we do this now? Help me bring this out.
It's just one big dive in.
One big dive in. All right. Let's see, Chef. Ooh. Y'all don't tell nobody that I didn't exercise today and I'm eating pie. Don't tell nobody.
And it's still warm too.
He heated it for us, girl.
That part right there.
That part right there. It's good too, y'all. Take Brother Anthony. You and Brother Anthony can enjoy yourself. Because sister got to watch this bikini body. No, actually, this is...
I'll be back.
That's my girl. She said she'll be back. That's the joy of radio. You get to enjoy people and you get to see their talent as well. So tell us about where you want to see this go.
Yeah. So we're trying to take it big. We want to be known in Atlanta first. That's our big goal.
Sure.
To be
Atlanta's
known.
a major market.
Exactly. We think it's a big play for us to be known here. So we're going to focus in Atlanta, trying to take us global, and then we're working on our content piece of it too, which is our pilot season of the show Esco East got picked up by a distributor out in LA.
Yes.
So we're recording that right now.
Did y'all hear that? His show has already been picked up by producers in LA. This young man is doing his thing. So you got a pilot piece. It's been picked up.
Yeah.
Tell us what we can expect in that pilot. Is it something different? There's a lot of cooking shows, actually.
Yeah. So this is a really unique cooking show. It's more like food entertainment. We don't like to call it a culinary show because it's all about the entertainment piece of it. So we're targeting a younger audience, was audience that was neglected by a lot of the mainstream media, Food Network, 21 through 30. So a lot of my people, we don't just be like, let me go watch that cooking show. That's not the thing, I don't remember the last time I labbed doing a cooking show. So I wanted to create my own version of that. It's like Atlanta Eats, but targeted towards a younger audience. A lot of challenges, fun. I think last place we went to was West Cobb Diner. I did a magic trick on the show. So we do a lot of fun things. It's not just about the food. It's about the entertainment of it. So it's really fun.
So it's about the entertainment. That's good. You're reaching the market. So you understand your geographical audience that you're serving.
Yeah.
And they are the what age bracket?
21 through 30. 21
through 30. And what are they looking for? That's my age group. Us, seasoned, mature, good looking folk that we don't, what they want, we don't want.
No, yeah. But it's really for everyone though, because you get to learn about new restaurants. You get to see how the food is made. We go behind the scenes. The chefs come with us, show us how the recipes are done. The ambiance. So you also get to learn new things. So we think that it can reach more than that. But that's just who we like to say we're flavoring up a little bit.
Oh, that's who you're flavoring up.
Flavoring up the audience.
Right, I like. See y'all. He's using all these play on words. That's what we flavoring up. Look at that. Ooh, well, your flavor was absolutely delicious. I like the pie. Now let's talk about this. The crumbles on the top of the pie.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that. I'm not going to figure out the recipe because I don't cook enough to do that with pies. I don't bake because I know that if I became a baker, I'd be in trouble. So yeah, that's over with. And now apple pie is one of my top desserts in the world. It's only second to something else, but that's pretty good. We might make that first. How you like me now?
Yeah, I like that.
July 4th coming up. I missed Juneteenth with you. Man, if I'd have had this on Juneteenth, we'd have been getting down.
Man, Juneteenth was a good day for us, for the company.
Was it?
We went to Stone Mountain Village for the festival, and we ended up selling out in like 15, 20 minutes of all our products. So
really?
Yeah. So we sold out pretty fast. So it was a good day.
It was a good day.
Yeah.
So you know how y'all remember seeing the movie Soul Food and they have all that food on the table and everything is going. Is that what is that how you perceive family sitting around with? Because this pie's so good, you don't even know what on top of it.
You don't need no ice cream, but I want to start you off slowly before I build the ice cream in there. It's coming soon, but that's how you got to eat it with the ice cream. But it's coming.
Oh, the ice cream coming too.
It's coming.
Ooh, young buck, do your thing. I like that. So the ice cream coming to top of the cake, the pie.
Yeah, that's how you got to eat it. Warmed up with some ice cream. Like, you can't go wrong with that. You can't go wrong with
Now, some people like cheese on their apple pie. But this ain't apple pie. This is world famous apple cobbler pie.
Yeah, see, there's always those I don't eat pie people and I don't really like apples, warmed up people. And we've always converted them over to fans of the world famous apple cobbler pie. So
He's converted. So y'all, when people who do food say they converted over, they done put something in there to get you hooked.
Yeah, get you in there.
Let me tell you how they do it. They get you hooked. And then it's the sugar or whatever they done use. It's that, that consumable crack thing that people do. And then it's so good, you got to have it again. Because I'm going to have another piece of that pie. So listen, Miss Kitura, just because you're a chef over there, I see them little cute jaws moving. You better save your sister some pie over here. Because I know that it's good. It was good. I'm just teasing with you. So the world famous apple cobbler pie. When we come back, what I want you to do is tell us where we can get it. Where we can get this pie, and then when can we look for this pilot to take off, and all the good things that you're doing, and all the different restaurants that you've visited, because I studied your YouTube page, and you've been a lot of places, and you got some pretty wacky videos too.
Yeah, it's different. It's definitely different.
Yeah, they're different. They're very different.
For sure.
Oh, y'all, this is my friend. This is and he's not my friend, he's my daughter's friend, but he is absolutely a winner. He's a young kid that's on the move. And he's not a kid, he's a young man that's on the move. Stay tuned and listen to Chef Esco as he begins to tell us about the greatness of what he's doing and the bigness of the world famous apple cobbler pie. This is C. Harper at 106liveradio.com. Give us a call. Talk to the chef. 404-464-8785.
This is the C. Harper Show, harping on purpose on 106 Live.
Broadcasting live from Atlanta while serving the entire globe. It's the fastest growing radio on the web. It's 106liveradio.com.
To some, a baby's babbling doesn't mean much, but it does. Especially if there's no babbling at all. Little to no babbling by 12 months or later is just one of the possible signs of autism in children. Learn more at autismspeaks.org. Brought to you by Autism Speaks and the Ad Council.
106 Live Radio wants to inform you, as vaccines are beginning to roll out in the United States to combat COVID-19, remember, doses are limited and given out in qualifying groups. So make sure to check cdc.org or your local health facility to see if you are in a qualifying group and to receive your no-cost vaccination today.
Oh man, I hope that's not Mom. Man, that could be Bobby telling me about the party that I'm supposed to be at tonight. Okay, maybe I'll just take a little look at it. Just one look. One look is all that it takes. Thousands die every year from distracted driving. So don't just be another statistic. It can wait. This message sponsored by 106 Live Radio against distracted driving.
Everybody has a stomach ache from time to time, but when you regularly experience abdominal pain, bloating, constipation, and/or diarrhea, you might have IBS. Go to badgut.org and take the 30-second IBS test to find out. Got a bad gut? Go to badgut.org for good advice.
Vision loss is a growing public health epidemic in the United States, with diseases like macular degeneration and glaucoma affecting millions of Americans and causing reduced vision and blindness, especially if you're in your 60s or older. According to scientific studies, macular degeneration affects 11 million people in the United States, and glaucoma is the leading cause of blindness among Hispanics and African Americans. Regular eye exams can help prevent vision loss and better control any damage that may have already occurred. Learn more at www.brightfocus.org. This message is sponsored by CC, host of CC's World, broadcasting Saturdays 4 to 6 p.m. right here on 106liveradio.com, our R&B and throwback station.
Asian Americans are facing
Crimes against Asian Americans spiking since the pandemic began.
A rise in Asian American hate crimes in this country, and police are investigating another.
Troubling attacks continue everywhere. This gutsy 75-year-old woman punched her in the face for no reason in New York. This woman was brutally reported against Asian Americans across the year.
No matter your race, your language, your beliefs, we all love, we all laugh,
and we all cry.
We need to work together,
fight together,
and stand together.
Now, more than ever.
Stop Asian hate.
Stop Asian hate.
We are one.
Are you thinking of changing your marketing strategy? 106 Live Radio is the solution you need to promote your goods and services. For a limited time only, we are offering special advertising rates on our fast-growing radio network. We can also help you create an audio commercial or a website banner that fits your business needs. It is just that simple. Visit our website at 106liveradio.com for details.
Bringing you the best shows and music 24/7 on your favorite radio. It's 106liveradio.com.
Download the 106 Live Radio app from your Google Play Store. Or find us on the TuneIn app.
You're listening to the C. Harper Show, Harping on Purpose on 106 Live Radio, simulcasting on 106 R&B and Throwback and 106 Inspiration.
Wow, I tell you, today couldn't be more perfect. It was a picture perfect weather day. And now we topping it off with one of America's favorite things, and that is the world famous apple cobbler pie. And let me show y'all something. Listen, I was so generous and I shared this pie with people that work here. You know, they don't do me like I do them because I'm just so loving. And look at the pie, y'all. Look at the plate. It is gone. There is no more pie left. But it was really good. The crust was so flaky and the cream was very, very center, was very, the center, as the chef said, and she knows that it was creamy. Yeah. So let's talk about the top, the middle, and the bottom. Let's talk about the bottom first, which is the foundation, is the crust. Is that real butter?
Yeah, it's real butter. Everything's all natural, all real, fresh ingredients, no preservatives. So we don't even use like anything fake.
What kind of apples do you use?
Granny Smiths.
Why Granny Smith? Now, you know, I'm a Fuji girl, but tell me about why Granny Smith apples.
I mean, because it cooks better than the regular apples, you know. It's better taste, and it's just overall just better cooking wise for what I'm trying to do.
And so the top is some kind of crumbles. That's
the Esco crumble on the top right there.
He doesn't claim to y'all. It's the Esco crumble. Did you hear that? I hear you now. It's the Esco crumble. Oh, so the combination of the crumble?
Yeah, so I wanted to create something that was, you know, like a pie shape, but cobbler texture, because I think cobbler, the texture is pretty good. But I just want to put that together and the sweetness kind of spill going on. I made it by accident, though. I really came with this recipe on mistake. I was making another dish. It was like a custard-ish kind of thing going on. Mm-hmm. And I read the instructions all wrong. I'm talking about, I couldn't even read it all wrong. And I had a guest on my segment. She was a gymnast from Yale. And I botched it pretty much, but we were eating it and it was like, whoa, hold on. You might need to do something.
So you were fleeking like this on campus. You was cooking this kind of stuff on campus when you was in college.
I was cooking on campus. Yeah. But
wow.
Yeah, I was. Yeah.
Just turning them people out, messing up their palate, just putting a party in their mouth. That's what you were doing.
Well, I wasn't sharing as much as I probably should have, but you know, budget was tight back then in college. You know? Shout out to Kool-Aid, but yeah, it was cool though. I used to cook after practice because you know the calf closed at like 8. But I don't go to bed till what 12:01.
Cafeteria closed at 8. You go to bed at 12:01, and you got to eat.
That's a window.
You were playing sports, correct?
Yeah, I was playing football.
You were playing football, and so you stumbled upon this recipe. How many months literally did it take you to perfect this recipe?
It was an ongoing process for probably about 2 months. Because I would call like some friendly friends to buy it and get their ideas on it. My dad got my first one. We talked about that one pretty well. So after that one, I got it together. So now that we sold it, probably sold over like 300 units in the past like 2 months. So I feel pretty confident about it now.
Okay.
It's pretty good, yeah.
Now, will we see you on stuff like Shark Tank or anything of that caliber? Or?
I want to keep as much equity right now, especially in the beginning, until we get some big wins under our belt. And then I'm probably in the back end reach out for some more equity.
So you're gonna keep the equity, and I do understand that that's been a good businessman. It's been a good steward over what you have in your hand. Yeah. And then once you start making equity, then are you mass producing and distributing throughout the country? What can we look for?
Yeah, so I mean, there's talks going back and forth to try to get it outside of Atlanta once we lock it down here, and probably a few more locations. But it's possibly coming national next year and a half. So we'll see.
Y'all just say you heard this on the C. Harper show that the world famous apple cobbler is going national. I see Daddy out there with a handful of pie. I see the chef Kitura. She gonna put it in the microwave it's already done. We got the same plate. Just like on our chef show, they call it pass the peas, and they talk about the peas. So now on the C. Harper show, P is my favorite word, which is purpose, prevailing, positivity. I love the letter P. So today the letter P is pie, and we're getting ready to have some more pie on the show, so we can we want this so much we can just open it up, put it up there. Go, sure, take it out for us. Yeah, okay. This is some good apple cobbler pie. And that's what we do at the C. Harper Show. We help exhibit people's purpose and their gifts and their skilling. So do you feel like this is a purpose for you?
Yeah, I do. It was weird how everything came about. It's a lot of combination of miracles or perfectly timed moments that kind of got me into this space. And I just seen where it could go as a business person. I seen exactly what expertise can do. So I think it is purpose.
I do believe that is purpose. Whenever we stumble upon something, we stumble upon recipes, we stumble upon whatever, relationships, it leads to the purpose. Purpose is, it evolves. It's something that evolves throughout life. So we got the pie, you're doing food entertainment. Will there be other foods, or is the pie going to be the center right now?
Yeah, the pie's the focus right now.
The pie's the focus
right now? Just because
it's
new. Like, I feel like I created the red velvet of cake. So it's like, who's going to stop? You feel me? Like, I'm just going to keep going with this.
Oh, I like the confidence. I love the See, you're not arrogant. You're confident.
Yeah.
And I like that about you. Let me see pie. But first of all, let's have another piece of pie, Chef Kitura. Come on. We've been to show y'all on the C. Harper Show. And we're not sharing this with the engineer today, the executive producer over there looking all crazy. I know he wants some of this pie, but me and my sister having a good time. Take your executive producer some of this flaky, delicious, world famous apple cobbler pie. Girl, is it not good? We're gonna bring. He said the leftovers. Ooh, make me feel bad. He talking about the leftovers. I'm done. It's good. Yeah, let it cool off. It's hot. She told me to let it cool off. Wow.
Trying to eat you while it's hot.
So the foundation is good. The crust of it is really good. And you got to have a solid foundation for things to be able to withstand the test of time.
Yeah.
So that's what you've done with that. And then the middle is delicious. But sometimes in life, when you get in the middle of something, you tend to be, is this good enough or should I go back? Should I add some more? Should I do a little?
Yeah.
How far am I out in the sea? But when you get so far out there, you can't come back. And then you got the top. Yeah,
for sure. It's weird being a chef though, because one bad pie or one bad dish can really ruin their reputation. So I was nervous early on.
You were nervous?
Yeah, because I didn't master the recipe yet. I knew it had some work to be done to it. I knew that in the beginning it was too much sugar, things like that. But now it's just we sold so many now, gave out so many samples. Like I feel confident about it now. So the middle is where it's at. That between the crumble and the texture and the side. Yeah.
So when you go to hotels, or how do you get into these restaurants to get into the kitchen?
Man, early on it was tough because they were like, Esco who? Esco Eats, never heard of you, never heard of my boy. Who's
Wow.
that?
And is that not the making of a good, purposeful person, that they hear no a whole lot until they get the one yes?
Right. I mean, it was beating down the door early on, trying to get people to collaborate with our business because we were new, and it was also peak Corona time too. So, I guess starting a business would have been too easy during normal conditions. So I guess I started it during a pandemic to make it a little bit challenging, I guess, right? So, but yeah, people were real fickle about food during that time too, especially trying a new product that they didn't know or a brand they never heard of. So, I mean, it was tough at first, but
yeah, if you can survive and thrive in a pandemic, then you can survive and thrive in any situation.
Yeah, I feel like that.
You have to understand how to pivot and how to take the no's and take the yeses and do what you need to do. I appreciate that about you, that you started in the middle of the pandemic, and as you said, they said, let's go who? They didn't know who you were, but they will get to know who you are.
Yeah, for sure.
Because you're sincere about what you're doing here. You've got a purpose and a plan to take this. So what do you say to young kids that are looking to do something with their career? I was talking with a friend today, and he said, we need to do something about all these kids that are selling water. They've got the right idea. They walk up to the car, but that's quite dangerous.
Yeah.
Those children are just right for entrepreneurship. How do you feel about that? What can you do in terms of a give back to help children with entrepreneurship?
It's funny. A lot of people do see them as like, a kind of a negative sometimes, because they're real aggressive, but every salesperson is aggressive. So I don't say that's a negative, because I remember when I was in middle school, I was selling Big Texas, and that was like quote unquote illegal to sell in school. So, but that was like a hustle at that time. You kind of gotta learn how to hustle.
You were selling who?
It's like cinnamon roll, yeah.
Cinnamon rolls.
Yeah, prepackaged cinnamon roll, pretty much. The Big Texas.
Well, go ahead on.
But you gotta learn how to hustle early on. But just a little bit of direction, a little foundation. I think that a lot of those kids out there, they'll be pretty successful, especially in business. Because you gotta be out there every day in the hot sun, selling water. I mean, it's a grind.
It's a grind.
It's a grind.
That's business.
Yeah.
That's purposeful people. You got to touch that thing every day. You got to do something with it every single day.
Yeah.
That's what purposeful people do. That's how you leave a legacy. You never know the day when the intersection or the collision or the main whatever you need will be right there for you. And never, ever hesitate to talk to people. Boy, somebody got your mind blown on that phone. You young people.
The lives, they're cracking on me right
They
now.
cracking on you.
Yeah.
They laughing at you about your pie. They know they like your pie. They know this pie is good. That's why they cracking on you. Tell them to stop hating. Yeah. Yeah. So what do they say about you at Jackson State?
It could be mixed reviews, It depends on who you ask, I guess. Depends on who you ask. But I mean, the people who I talk to every day, we're all close. Still close to this day. A lot of people I play football with from Atlanta. We're still pretty cool. So, I mean, good reviews so far,
Okay.
My boys. Yeah.
Okay. So now, are you looking to sell to just bakeries? Are you looking to sell to restaurants, to hotels? What's the plan here?
Well, I can't go into detail of the next step per se, but what I can say is we are targeting restaurants and ice cream shops really heavily right now, particularly ice cream shops, because the one on Edgewood, Purpose Pops, be on Edgewood, it sells out every weekend, literally every weekend. So we think that's the ice cream already mixed in with the pie. It's a pretty good combination, especially if they're going in for desserts too. So it's like, it wasn't not much of a sale at that point. So
okay,
yeah.
Okay. So you selling out every weekend?
Yeah, they sell every weekend. That's why after I leave here, I got to go drop their order off to get ready for the weekend.
So now, you don't sell a whole pie. You sell pie by the pieces.
Well, we do sell full pies. If you go on our website, www.escoeats.co, not .com, .co, we deliver all across the Atlanta area. So we'll deliver a 9-inch pie to your front doorstep. For sure. So you got to get one. You got
9-inch pie.
Yeah.
All right now.
So, but the real thing is though, when we go to like restaurants and the ice cream shop, and maybe sometimes out in events and stuff, we might do the slices because it was a trial and error in the beginning. I used to go like the college campuses because that was our target audience, 21 through 30, and try to sell the full pies. But that's intimidating, you know what I'm saying? That's intimidating for $25 to a college student. They're like, yeah, it's good, but I don't have no money. Yeah, I don't have it for you. So we had to I had to cut it back, and I eventually got to the slices. That's going pretty well. So
you had to cut it back, and you eventually got to the slices, huh?
Yeah.
So that's doing well.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's doing pretty good.
All right. So a slice of pie. Everybody needs a slice of pie in their life.
everyone needs the Esco Eats world famous apple cobbler pie in their life, specifically.
Oh, that's right. Everybody need a slice of Esco Eats pie. The world famous. What is it? The world famous apple cobbler pie in their life.
Yeah, they need it.
Because it brings joy.
Yeah, I got a review 2 weeks ago. I brought it to a church, and this dude, I think he was a first-time customer too. So I brought it to the church. They was having an event out there. He was saying, this pie might compete. My grandma had to sit back now. This might be it right here. So we get a lot of good reviews, and I'm excited about the future.
Yeah, I'm excited about it too. I believe you have a bright future in this industry. But tell me why is food so, for entertainment, why is food still why is that such an important factor? Everywhere we go, we're always eating.
Always eating. Yeah, it's important because, every day you eat, right? But especially at Esco Eats, we like to have fun with everything we do. So, like, you watch the videos on YouTube, it's really fun, really funny, entertaining kind of thing. And we think that, everything's centered around happiness, joy, is around food. You're grumpy one day, you're like, man, I need some food. And then all of a sudden, you're good, you're happy again, you're cheering up. So, it's all around that food.
Can I have this pie with coffee? Is it good? Is it going to be good with coffee?
You'll be the first guy to let me know. I don't think anyone's ever gave me the pie coffee review yet, but you gotta let me know. I don't know.
Okay. Well, we will say that it is delicious. We have enjoyed the pie. It's good, and we're really grateful for your success. We want to see you. We're going to put your picture up here. I love that little cartoon character that you have that somebody drew of you. It's really, the illustration is pretty cool.
Yeah, shout out to Emily, friend from high school.
Emily from high school, give you a good shout out for the illustration for Esco Eats. It's a great rendition of him. It looks just like him. It's actually cute as a bug in the rug. But so we're looking forward to distribution. We're looking forward to you going out today, getting rid of the pies. Where will you be vending? How do we keep up with you vending so we can go and purchase pie from you?
I would say, follow us on Instagram at The Real Esco Eats, because we usually post where we're vending at. We don't have like one set up spot as of right now, because we travel a lot. So I would say follow us on Instagram, and we usually post a couple days ahead of time where we're going to be, and you'll know.
So do you make pie every day?
Recently I have been making it a lot, like every day. I don't know if I like that or not, but it's part of the business. So yeah, I've been making it every day, probably for like the past week and a half, 2 weeks at this point. And then, but before that, it was probably like 3-4 times out the week I was making it. So
do you dream pie?
I got to the point now where like I don't want to eat it. I got to stay away from it. I'm gonna get fat. You talking about bikini body? I got to keep my hot boy body, my abs, right? So I can't keep eating them pies.
Yeah, see, but you're young. You got snatch back. It don't take you 30 minutes to do what you need to do. You good. You trying to bring this pie to my grandmama's, table with all of my brothers and sisters sitting around. We can't snatch back like that. We when we snatch, it just fall down.
Huh?
Yeah. But it's all good. It is life. It is what it is. No, we're really proud of you and your world famous apple cobbler pie. Your parents are proud. Dad, are you proud of your son? Extremely proud of your son. Absolutely. And you're fortunate to have people that support you in your dream and your missions and your goals. There are a lot of pies out there.
Yeah.
Tell me what makes yours different.
It's just the texture, a combination of the top and the crumble, and then the inside filling, just that combo right there. We think that it's a home run with that. You have like traditional apple pie, but it's just a lot of apples a lot of times. It's a lot of good seasoned apples cooked well. It's good, but just that extra little pizzazz to it, to where we think we separate ourselves. So
you separate yourself because of the flavor of apples you use and the different the pizzazz in the middle, because it's a cobbler style pie.
Yeah. Okay. It's because like it falls apart if it's hot, as you've seen right there. So to even cut it, it's like a whole process to freeze it and then unthaw it and cut into it when it's perfectly the right temperature. So it's a process from start to finish for different steps in it. So
okay. Do you get your girlfriends with pie? I'm gonna put you on blast now.
I think everyone should have a piece of the world famous apple cobbler pie, like that. Everyone should have one. Yeah.
Oh, but not your girlfriend.
No, yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Gotta have it. It's like being a chef and your girl tell you to cook.
Yeah.
and then you don't cook, like, so that's a red
So after
flag.
you cook, you put out the pie. You say, I know I got you now, baby.
If I don't got nothing else, man, I got this pie right here.
You got this pie right here. It's going to be locked in.
That's going to lock in right there.
All right. Do you ever go back to Jackson State and give these to the coaches that you went to, that you played football with?
No, I haven't gone back yet to give him a sample. I mean, Deion's up there now, so.
Yes, he is.
So he wasn't my coach when I was there. But I would chop it up with Deion if he calls me, tell him he wants a sample, I'll give it to him.
Yes, you would give it to him. I know that you would. So you better go see him and make sure that he endorses your pie. I interviewed him once. He's a great interviewer too. Really good guy. Yeah, he's a very good guy. So you got some good stuff around you going on. You know some people and you're gonna make it happen. You're doing a lot of marketing. I see things on LinkedIn and first one thing and the other. So you're doing what it takes to get ahead of the game. You're young enough to run the race and not stop.
Yeah, I think it's important early on to realize what position you're in. Because, like I said, I got mom and dad who are entrepreneurs. My dad's still an entrepreneur right now. Just to see from that, what it takes to run a business, and then how do you take that to the next level? How you take that level to the next level? So it's different steps into it, but you just got to see it though. If you don't see it, it's kind of hard to envision what it takes to really get something off the ground. Because it's hard to start a business. I think only like 5% of businesses actually make it past the first year or two. Yeah, so it's pretty low. But if you just keep pounding the door down, good things are going to happen. And if not, you got to pivot.
You got to pivot. And that's the making of a good entrepreneur. You have to understand that it's hard. And sometimes you lose. But then sometimes you win. But you got to stay in the game long enough to reap the rewards and the benefits.
I mean, I think every big name entrepreneur has had a failed business, though, right?
Most of them. Do you know that the guy who did Phillips 6, you ever heard? You're probably too young for that. 666, it's a like a cough drop kind of medicine. No. Fell 665 times. He did it one more time, and now today his medicine is on the shelf. So most good athletes, most good people fail multiple times. So that's a good lesson.
I don't think I had that many times to fail.
Not today. You don't. The competition is different.
No, it's different. But I'm 24 right now. So mom, dad might be like, look, if this failed 600 more times, you might have to start doing something else. So I don't know.
Yeah, they're not going to let you fail. No, you won't fail at this. Folks, you're listening to actually, I'm excited for Chef Esco Eats. He has co-founded the world famous apple cobbler pie. He's doing an incredible job. He's marketing. He talks about his failures. He understands that in order to be successful, you got to go after it. He understands that to be purposeful, it means you got to keep the passion going as well. Yeah. And so we're going to come back at 106liveradio.com where excitement meets diversity 24/7. And we are excited about this pie. Now, I probably put on a pound, so I won't like you when you leave here, but that's all right, too.
It's a purpose pound.
It's a purpose pound. All right.
This is the C. Harper Show, harping on purpose on 106 Live.
Broadcasting live from Atlanta while serving the entire globe. It's the fastest growing radio on the web. It's 106liveradio.com.
You're listening to the C. Harper Show, harping on purpose on 106 Live Radio, simulcasting on 106 R&B and Throwback and 106 Inspiration.
C. Harper Show.
You're listening to the C. Harper Show, harping on purpose on 106 Live Radio, simulcasting on 106 R&B and Throwback and 106 Inspiration.
All right, we're back with Chef Esco. He's talking about the world famous apple cobbler pie that he co-founded. He's getting this thing on the market. You're going to look for him in restaurants. Eventually, we're going to look for him on a talk show. He's got some distribution that's coming out. We're looking for you. We're looking for you not only just in the city of Atlanta. And I'm proud of you because, you could have chosen a smaller market to market this pie. But you went out in the big, when you come into the market of Atlanta for anything, there's major competition.
Yeah, it's a lot of competition.
But that's okay.
I mean, some people see competition as a bad thing, though.
It's
but,
not.
I enjoy it, because if you can actually get over that hurdle, it's a gold tunnel at the end. So I wouldn't go to a smaller market anyway. Like, for example, I don't want to disrespect anyone's city, like a Mobile maybe, or like a Mississippi maybe, because the potential is just less, and we're trying to go big. So we need a market with a lot of potential where we can really get out there. So.
So you need the potential in the smaller market would be different, and it wouldn't be as much competition either. Right. So so it's easier to but it's
easier to sell, but the peak of where you can go only stretches you so far. So we think that if we can be successful here in Atlanta, we can be pretty much successful anywhere in United States. So.
Well, and one thing about business is it's always good when you have an audience of people that you already know.
Yeah, definitely.
One thing about life is people do business with people that they know, like, and trust. So you've got an audience here. Yeah. People, that they know, like, and trust. Trust me.
It's funny though. Certain stuff doors that wouldn't have been open if I didn't get that introduction. So I think a lot of my people, a lot of my friends, a lot of people I see doing business and stuff, but then they're just one person away from really busting it open, because it's really about that connection to get you in the door. So.
Right, that one person. We used to say that life was what 5 degrees, 7 degrees of separation? Whatever. Well, anyway, now we know it's one. It's really one with social media. Everybody knows somebody that knows somebody. I don't care who it is. They know somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody that can open up a door for you. So that's coming as well. Yeah. That one person will be that. When you're ready, though, you got to be prepared for that.
No, you got to be ready, though, because a lot of people like to jump out there and they're not ready for it yet, but it just backfire on you. You think that, I got this big put on, but at the end, if you're not ready for, like, for example, if we were to go national right now, we wouldn't be successful at all. Like, the quality may not be there, we may not be delivered every time. So we want to keep that reputation about ourselves. Really start small and focus on our current clients, making them happy, current customers, delivering, make sure we get that process down packed. And then just master that and then scale small. Don't want to scale too fast and not be ready for it.
Yeah. Packaging, all that's important. Colors, everything is important. It's very, very important.
It is. Especially with food.
With food. Yeah. People are, yeah, especially with food. All right. So tell us you talked about, the distribution of the pie and the ice cream. You said you don't know about the coffee yet. But that it's not fair to us coffee drinkers.
You let me know, though. I don't know. No one's ever asked me that before, so we're still kind of new. So maybe you can test that out for me. Let me know how it is with coffee.
What do you say, Chef Kitura?
I'm going to tell you from the chef aspect, this will go well with coffee. It's going to be that cinnamon.
Yeah.
Just like a coffee cake. This is going to be a hit with some coffee.
Yeah, that's just coming from the chef herself, so. But, we'll take her word for it.
She knows.
She knows something. Yeah, she knows.
That's why I brought her here, because she knows. She knows the real deal. She knows what it takes to make it in this industry. So when you get frustrated, we don't want you to give up.
No. This is a long-term plan here.
It's a long-term plan.
So, I'm looking out like 20, 30 years with this. So, it's no stopping no time soon.
Ooh, 20 or 30 years, you're going to be an OG, an old gangster.
Hope I still look young, though.
Oh, you will look young. Yeah, you got a baby face. You'll look young. You'll be perfectly fine. Yeah, no, I'm just teasing with you. Old gangsters is all right. Ain't nothing wrong with being Tell them, Dad, there's nothing wrong with being an OG.
Absolutely not.
There you go.
Nothing wrong with being an OG, huh? No, okay.
No, you got this. You got this. Yeah. You got a delectable pie. You have a great personality.
Yeah.
You really do have a good product. You have a good understanding of the market. You're learning and you're growing daily. And so we are grateful that you visited us on the C. Harper Show. We'd like for you to come back and visit with our chef show.
Yeah,
is there anything in particular that anybody you'd like to give a shout out to?
It's funny you said it. They're like screaming for a shout out right now.
Yeah, I see it. I see them, y'all.
They are just going crazy.
So let's shout out somebody. Who can we shout out? Come on.
Let me shout out the group chat. Moan, Trey, my team, Emily, President, my mom, my dad over here. Who else? We got Victoria, Sherelle. Shout out to everyone in the chat right now.
So he's shouting y'all out. Y'all, he just love y'all. Y'all got him grinning too. I'm telling you, I don't know what's going on, but somebody got him just smiling. His homeboys is just buzzing him. Let's look at him. All his little female friends, they just buzzing him. He's so excited, y'all watching him. Yeah, he can't hardly watch himself.
Gotta put my team on, man.
That's right. That's right. No, be proud to have a good team. Be proud to have. You need a good team to be successful. You need that support. So shout them out as often as you can, and then listen to them when they tell you stuff for your advice. Yeah, because the ones that love you will be there with you when you have nothing. Because in business, it's not always a piece of cake.
That would be cool if it's always up though. Not to worry about nothing else, just making money. That would be pretty cool. That's just not how I go though. But
it didn't go like that.
It don't go like that.
No, not at all. But it's okay. You've got an understanding of what it takes to survive the game, because it's a game. Yeah. Business is you stay in it long enough to be successful, and you consistently charm off the fat. You have to cut off the fat when you're in business, and then at times you have to add fat to it. This is like a lawn. You got to know when to cut it and prune it and water it and fertilize and all that good stuff. So
it's an art. Yeah, it's definitely an art for sure.
It's an art. So do you do this full time?
Yeah, I do this full time. It's kind of like half and half. I'm working on a YouTube video at the Atlanta Braids right now. So I've been working on that for like the past 2.5, 3 months, working on that. So I split my time between the braids right now and also with Esco Eats. So I've been doing that pretty heavy.
All right. Yeah. Well, we certainly appreciate you. Thank you so much. Tell people how they can reach you.
Yeah, if you want to reach me, I would say go on the website, www.escoeats.co. Our Instagram is The Real Esco Eats. Twitter, Esco Eats. And go subscribe to our YouTube. We got some pretty cool videos at Esco Eats, ESCOEATS. So go check it out.
Y'all go check him out. We're really proud of him. The pie really is delicious. I thought I had some more, but I have some greedy coworkers, and it's gone.
It's gone.
Just teasing. We thank you so much for gracing us with your presence, and we pray that your product will be elevated and taken to the next level. Yeah. Continue to push it out. This is Chef Isco. You're listening to 106liveradio.com, and this is the C. Harper Show. And we've had fun with this young man, and we want to see him prosper and be in good health.
Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. Thank you.
.106 R&B and throwbacks on 106 Live Radio. Atlanta's music leader.
Streaming live from Atlanta to a global audience on your favorite device. From Source of Wellness Media, we are 106inspiration.com.
Wake up, everybody!
Welcome to the C. Harper Show, where we are harping on purpose. Hosted by award-winning powerhouse speaker, life coach, and consultant, kissed by an angel dimple face, Cynthia Harper herself. Just as it's quoted in her book, there's nothing new under the sun, though the way that you were called to do it just has not been done. It's time to harp on purpose here on 106 Live Radio.
Well, won't get no better.
Welcome to the CEO's Corner, where we find out what's really going on with leading CEOs and their commitment to diversity. A commitment to diversity, equity, and inclusion starts at the top and comes straight from the heart. At 106 Live Radio, we thank the CEOs who are writing and rewriting the narrative of inclusion. For this commitment to become ingrained in a corporate culture, there must be financial, visible, and ongoing support from senior management, a clear articulation of the business case for diversity, line manager accountability, training programs directed at communications, conflict resolution, and team building. We salute you, problem solver, community-centric CEO, for your commitment to diversity. Tune in each week on 106 Live Radio as we speak to the nation's leading CEOs, unveiling their commitment to diversity.
What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Yeah, what's going on? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on?
Yo, can I hear this record by Rob Bass and DJ Easy Rock?
Hey, man, you sure you want to hear this, man? You sure about that, man? All right.